Attention, Patriots Nation! Something massive is brewing in Foxborough, and you need to know about it right now. The locker room is buzzing, the energy is electric, and the fire for the Super Bowl is starting to burn again. If your heart beats faster when you see that red, white, and blue on the field, smash that like button with pride. Because if you believe, you've already got one foot in Las Vegas. I can feel it. This is our year. And if you're getting that same vibe, drop it in the comments. Go Pats, I believe. Pro Football Focus dropped their off-season grades, and the New England Patriots just pulled something off that should have the entire fan base raising eyebrows. Only two teams in the entire NFL earned the elusive A+, the Patriots and the Chicago Bears. That's it. And while Bears fans might be celebrating their moment in the spotlight, Patriots Nation, we need to talk about what this actually means. Because if you've been paying attention, if you've watched the way this franchise has reshaped itself from top to bottom, you know this isn't just about one flashy offseason. This could be the beginning of something massive. A turnaround that nobody saw coming. Let's start right at the top. Mike Vrabel is back. You know the name. Patriots linebacker legend, Super Bowl champ, and now the new head coach. And this hire isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. Vrabel turned the Tennessee Titans into a gritty, no-nonsense playoff contender. Now he's back home to revive the team he gave everything to on the field. Alongside him, Josh McDaniels returning as offensive coordinator. Say what you want about his head coaching stint in Vegas, but as a play caller in New England, he's magic. Terrell Williams joins as the defensive coordinator, another serious move in a complete coaching overhaul. Pro Football Focus highlighted exactly that. Not just the talent acquired, but the dramatic shift in leadership and philosophy. That coaching trio alone could have warranted a high grade. But what really turned heads was how this front office, led by Elliott Wolf, crushed free agency and the draft. I'm talking surgical precision. This wasn't just adding names to a depth chart. This was fixing core weaknesses. Last year, the Patriots ranked 30th in offensive grade, 63.2, and 24th in defensive grade, 64.0. Those numbers were brutal, embarrassing, uncharacteristic of a franchise known for its grit and game planning. And yet, somehow they flipped the script. 8 major additions highlight their free agency moves, and that's not even counting the mid-tier depth pieces that filled key gaps. Let's go through the list. Stefon Diggs. Yes, you read that right. A proven star wideout to pair with rookie quarterback Drake Maye. You don't just drop a top 5 draft pick in and hope he survives. You give him weapons, and that's exactly what they've done. Veteran lineman Morgan Moses joins to stabilize the front. Carlton Davis at cornerback, lining up opposite Christian Gonzalez, forms one of the most promising duos in the league. Defensive pressure? Fixed. Harold Landry reunites with Vrabel. Garrett Bradbury steps in at center. Linebackers Robert Spillane and Jack Gibbons bring grit and consistency.
And then there's the monster, Milton Williams. 6'3", 290 pounds, Super Bowl experience, and a terror in the trenches. The guy had multiple pressures in every postseason game and 2 sacks in the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes. This isn't speculation, this is fact. He humiliated the best quarterback on the planet on the biggest stage. The roster rebuild didn't come at a huge cost either. Only 4 notable departures. A backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, plus veterans Devin Godchaux, Dietrich Wise, and Jonathan Jones. Losing Wise and Jones stings a little, but they're replaceable compared to the talent influx. And somehow, the Patriots still sit on $67 million in cap space. That's a war chest waiting to be used. And yet, somehow, the national media refuses to buy in. Bleacher Report ranked the Patriots 26th in power rankings. NFL.com put them behind the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, the Colts, whose biggest move was adding Daniel Jones, which is laughable. CBS Sports has them at 22nd. Sports Illustrated, a little more realistic, slotted them at 20th. But even then, it doesn't add up. How do you earn an A+ from PFF and an A from SI, while also being ranked below teams that added almost nothing and finished last season in similar or worse condition? This isn't just disrespect. It's delusion. Let's be real. The Patriots are better than the Cardinals, better than the Bears, better than the Colts. You've got Drake Maye coming in with top-tier support. The defense is fully retooled. The culture has changed. Gone are the days of coasting. Mike Vrabel brings discipline. At rookie minicamp, he was on the field, hands-on, involved. This isn't a coach watching from a tower. This is a leader in the trenches. And don't sleep on the schedule either. Based on early metrics, the Patriots have the third easiest path in the league. They'll face the Giants, Saints, Raiders, Steelers, Titans, and Panthers. That's not just manageable, that's opportunity knocking. The Jets? Still a question mark. Dolphins? Could go either way. It's entirely within reason to expect a winning record and a serious push for the AFC's 7th playoff seed. And that's the bold call. 9 wins. 9-8. The 7th seed in the playoffs. After a 4-win season and a top 4 draft pick, this team is going to bounce back harder than anyone expects. Call it a rebuild. Call it a revival. Call it redemption. Now, I've got to ask you, Patriots Nation, are you buying in? Are you riding this wave with us? Is this the year we shock the league again? The year Foxborough gets its edge back? Drop your takes in the comments. Let's get loud. Let's get real. And let's keep pushing until everyone else finally sees what we already know. The Patriots are back. And here's where it gets even more compelling. Pats Nation. Because if the front office and coaching staff revolution weren't enough to convince the skeptics, let's talk about the draft. Yeah, the Patriots didn't just survive the 2025 NFL draft. They owned it. With the 4th overall pick, they landed the future. Drake Maye, a quarterback with the poise, arm talent, and mobility that screams franchise potential. This isn't just another rookie getting thrown into the fire. The Patriots are giving him the weapons, protection, and leadership to succeed from day one. The blueprint is there, and unlike years past, it actually feels like there's a long-term plan. And remember Kyle Williams? Rookie minicamp reports say he showed out. He wasn't just good. He was making noise. A football guy, as they're calling him, with the kind of competitive edge and field awareness you can't teach. You pair that with veterans like Stephon Diggs and offensive linemen like Morgan Moses and Garrett Bradbury, and suddenly, the offense isn't just surviving, it's threatening. There's a toughness returning to this roster, the kind that defined the Patriots during the dynasty years. But instead of hanging onto old names, this time it's a new era. It's not Brady, Gronk, or Edelman, it's Maye, Diggs, and Williams. It's a hybrid of proven vets and hungry rookies, all under the watch of Vrabel, a man who doesn't take shortcuts and doesn't tolerate mediocrity. And let's revisit that point about culture, because this might be the most underreported story of all. The vibe in Foxborough has changed. Under Jerod Mayo, things were loose. Too loose. Players felt comfortable. Too comfortable. There was no real edge. Now, Vrabel has stomped on the accelerator. He's holding players accountable. That's been evident from the very first practice. Rhamondre Stevenson, who had fumble issues in previous years, he'd start anyway. Now, if he fumbles again, he's benched. Period. That's the Vrabel way. When your coach walks the walk, players follow. And Vrabel, who once wore this jersey, who bled for this team on Sundays, who lifted trophies under Belichick, now gets to shape the next chapter. He's not going to mimic Bill. He's going to take that foundation and modernize it. That's what this team needs. Still not convinced? Look at the numbers. The Patriots were dead last in sacks last season, only 28 total. That's embarrassing for any team, but especially one that prides itself on defense. This year, that changes. Milton Williams is the anchor. Harold Landry, reunited with Vrabel, is going to